Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines. Welcome to another week. This is our morning get together live here on Facebook where we exchange news and information that is helpful for us to connect with our city as a community of English speaking locals. It is March 20th. Spring is here either today or tomorrow. I forget if which is the actual date. But spring is here. We can feel it. It's getting warmer. It's getting more of a pool temperature, and I'm excited about that. I hope you had a great weekend. I had an awesome weekend, and I'm really happy to be here with you. And thank you. What? Thank you for reminding me, Logan, that today is a federal holiday. Luna is paying me triple wages. Yeah, but she's behind on my payment. I think she's gonna put out tomorrow. But yes, I'm getting a little extra bonus from Luna. Actually, I'm getting an extra bonus from you, friends, because there's been a couple of new subscriptions to membership here at Coffee and Headlines, and that makes me very happy because you believe in what we do, and that feels good. Anyhow, today we have weird news. We don't have a lot of interesting news, although two of my future ex-husbands inadvertently came together to teach us a valuable Spanish lesson, which I'm going to share later on today. So, as usual, if this is your first time watching live, grab your favorite beverage and let us know that you're new by writing the word new in the comments, and we'll be happy to give you a nice little welcome. If there's something really important that you wish to share, as Logan just did, it helps if you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your message or comment so that we can include it in the broadcast during our chit chat section later on. Let's go. If you need to get to the border with the United States fast, TAR, which is not the new movie, it stands for Transportes Aéreos Regionales or Regional Air Transport, has announced a new direct flight connecting Puerto Vallarta and Ciudad Juárez in the state of Chihuahua. This new flight is available Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Now, this is not the first or only direct flight to this border town, as the town is also serviced by Viva Aerobús. As its name indicates, TAR connects Puerto Vallarta with a number of Mexican cities, including Aguascalientes, Durango, Monterrey, and of course, Guadalajara. If you're looking for an airline ticket to any of these cities, I will leave you with the information for the airline in the show notes. Juan Echegaray Berra, Secretary of Government for the state of Nayarit, has confirmed that Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador will be visiting Bahía de Banderas and other municipalities in the state of Nayarit on March 24th. That would be, well, that Monday, that would be Friday. During this time here, During his time here, he will be supervising the new highway from Las Varas to Puerto Vallarta, which will be great. I hope that that inspires the constructors to keep on building faster and faster. And this is as exciting as the formal news get today. But don't worry, we have show and tell of a new restaurant we discovered over the weekend in Versalles, and again, two future ex-husbands cavorting together. But first, our snarky weather says, since when is it a federal crime to hunt meat bags for sport? Protest, take our nation back. Yes, indeed, it's going to be an interesting week north of the border, but we will not comment on that, at least not now. It's 27 degrees right now, feels like 27. Humidity out there is at 40%, which is nice and low. Our temperature for Fahrenheit devotees, 80 degrees at present time. And our weather forecast for this week indicates a clear day with a high of 30 and a low of 19. Tomorrow, Tuesday, a clear day with a high of 31 and a low of 19. And Wednesday, another clear day, high of 32 and a low of 19. The highs are getting higher, but that is, of course, expected this time of the year. Moving right along, there is a new taco festival coming to town, this time on Saturday, April 8th at noon. This is going to be at Parque Hidalgo. And as is usually the case, there is no information on the event. No details, as in there is no list of participants or anything. But, you know, it's tacos. What can go wrong? A close inspection of the image in the Facebook event reveals the usual city logos and the Tourism Bureau logos. So this is organized by the government. And if it's organized by the government, hopefully the list of participants will start trickling in little by little. Now, more than once have we discussed Mexico's fascinating and multi-layered relationship with these as they relate to vernacular expressions. And we don't need to go into detail here, as we've covered huevos more than once, both here and also in my recent lecture on vernacular Spanish. That said, if you need a refresher, feel free to write the word huevos in your comment as I dive into this little huevo experience. Yes, it is a huevo experience because it has to do with a phrase that has to do with huevos. Anyhow, more than once we've discussed the word here. More than once we've discussed my bizarre fascination with my future ex-husband, Dr. Simi. I don't need to get into that either, but I'm compelled to dance with him or hug him every time we cross paths. And he's always happy to put out and hug me back. And I think another one of my future ex-husbands, Mexican actor Tenoch Huerta, is getting polyamorous because, for starters, he's quite happy that I have taken up beading as a summer pastime, and I'm happy to help adorn his neck and shoulders. But the good news here is what recently happened while in the middle of an event in which he was signing autographs. Logan, you're going to love this one. He was in the middle of signing something when someone had the audacity of throwing a Dr. Simi stuffed Dr. Simi at him. But this particular Dr. Simi stuffed Dr. Simi happened to be dressed as Namor, his character from the film Wakanda Forever. Of course, he was taken by surprise because he was signing something, but his reaction was not only priceless, but also an excellent example on how to use a common vernacular phrase involving huevos. Take a look.
Le aventaron un simi a Tenoch y esta fue su reacción.
¡A huevo!
A huevo. A huevo, he said. And of course, we know that a huevo means, obviously, when you say a huevo, which is not dinner conversation, of course, unless you are with very close friends. If somebody says something fascinating to you, like, are we going to get high this week? And you answer, a huevo. that means that you're obviously going to get high. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anyhow, I wanted to let you know about that. I also wanted to let you know, well, I want to remind you, and I've lost it. No, here it is. Oh no, what's next? What's next is I want to tell you about this restaurant that I discovered over the weekend. Well, actually, in the past few days, my friend Michal shared this Facebook page with me of a new restaurant that just opened on Calle España in Colonia Versalles. It is called Terrarium. I would be curious to know if anybody has been there. I was taken by the beautiful images that they're putting on their Facebook page. And yesterday, Michal and I did a small grocery run to La Comer. And I said to her, why don't we stop by and check it out along the way? And we did that. And we stopped and had a look. It is a cute alfresco restaurant that is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And as you can see, a good portion of the seats are suspended like swings. I don't know if I would be fascinated by this or terrified as the thing breaking in the middle of my omelet or whatever. But it was full. A lot of people were enjoying breakfast there, and we took a look at the prices, and they seemed very affordable. Of course, I haven't had the chance to sit down and have a meal there. So if anybody does and wants to let us know how it went, please let us know if this is a restaurant that we should be adding to our Versalles for Foodies map, which I've been updating over the weekend. And there's 2 or 3 new restaurants that need to be added. I need to get up to speed with that. And that is going to happen right after the broadcast is over. Last but not least, of course, this is the week in which we get together with the folkloric group Raíces during a panel discussion that I will be hosting on Thursday at 5 o'clock at Joint Co-working Hotel. This is going to be a fascinating and wonderful opportunity to get to know more, not only about these musicians, but also what makes their instruments unique. They are using folkloric instruments. How do they play them? How do they tune the instruments? How do they build the songs together? And most importantly, what are they doing to rescue and preserve Mexico's traditional music? It is 300 pesos as always, but this time around, all the money that is raised from this event is going to go to them, not to me. It's going to be my personal way of saying, go on with your career. Hopefully the money will help them a little bit. But ultimately, that will only help if you show up. So if you are free this coming Thursday at 5 o'clock and want to join us at the Joint Co-working Hotel, that would be great. If you are not free and would like to spread the word, I would very much appreciate it. The link to the event is going to be in the show notes as always. And I noticed that when I get excited about something, I've started doing this recently, and I suppose it's a subconscious tribute to Judy Woodruff. I'm not sure about that, but it occurred to me all of a sudden. Boing. Okay, so let's find out what you guys are up to, looking at your comments and whatnot. Happy Monday to everyone. And Paula says, good morning, spring. Yes, absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see what we see. Ooh, somebody's baking brownies. That's lovely. Paul says, drop you an email, check whenever you can. I'll be happy to do that, Paul. I think I read your email, but obviously I didn't reply to it. I will do that right after the broadcast. Somebody's going for Mexican food for lunch today. Albert, check out the Facebook page. You're a rock star in Puerto Vallarta now because Licks Ice Cream put up some photographs of you saying, well, we miss you, favorite customer. So go check out their Facebook page. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, Chrissy's back in 10 days for a month and can't wait to be there. More we are waiting for our condo to be completed. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Is this the condo where we're going to have a welcoming part? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what else we have. Barbara is finally going to the hot springs tomorrow. That sounds awesome, Barbara. Please let us know which ones of the hot springs you're going, because there are several that are near Puerto Vallarta. I'm always curious about which are the more popular ones. Harold says, are TAR tickets cheap plus tax making them not so cheap? Well, Harold, I took a quick look at the website actually right before the broadcast to price some tickets to Guadalajara, for example, and they were something around 1,300 and change. So they are around the same prices as any other of the airlines. So I don't think they're any less expensive than other regional airlines or airlines offering regional flights. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. Oh, this is fascinating news. Hello, Whiskey Kitchen. Gina told me over the weekend about a great new outdoor mural that she has commissioned, a set of wings so that you can stand in front of the wings and get a selfie. But the cute thing about Gina's initiative is that there are two sets of wings, one for humans and another itty-bitty set of wings for your pet. And this is going on outside of on the facade of Whiskey Kitchen right now. I look forward to seeing this completed. Paul asks, hey Paco, have you ever considered selling online tickets to your lectures and shows? If you mean making tickets available online, not really, because the place where we teach the lectures does not have any connections with online ticket sellers as of now. And if you mean making the lectures available for people online to enjoy online, I mean people outside of the city, that is complicated, because when we do music lectures, we use a lot of video and audio samples, and whenever we upload those to YouTube, there are issues with copyright, unfortunately. So we have considered this, Paul, but it is unfortunately a little bit on the complicated side. But if you're ever in town and you want to drop me a line and say, hey Paco, I'm going to be in town from this date to this date, and if you could schedule one of your lectures during that time, we would love to attend. I would certainly be happy to keep that in mind, as I have a number of lectures coming up in the next few months. Jonathan scored at the Raicilla Festival this past weekend and bought 3 bottles of flavored liquor to take home. That sounds like a lot of fun. Kathleen asks, where is the mural going? As I said a moment ago, she is putting it outside. And Paula lets us know that Gina has posted pics of the wings already. I don't know if this is the actual painted wings, because the work just started this morning, or she posted a photograph of the wings she's trying to replicate. But either way, I think it's an awesome thing to have something outside of your business for people to be able to take photographs. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of today's Coffee and Headlines. As always, it is a pleasure to connect with you and answer questions and connect you with each other. I never get tired of saying it, but thanks to Coffee and Headlines, I've been able to make some amazing friends and get to know some fascinating people. And it's you make this community fascinating, and I am grateful for that. Have a great week. Keep me posted on whether you've been to this new restaurant, Terrarium, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.